sorry, baby. Did I scare you with that intro? Oh, bless your heart. I'm so sorry. You know what? This is a scary animation. You're supposed to be scared, but I'm just gonna give you a little tease if we jump into the video. Anyway, how your day been going? You supposed to join that Discord already while you doing too much. Supposed to join that Discord. Link in the description box below. Alright, I'm sorry, bless your heart doing that jump scare to you, baby. Oh, make sure you get one more thing from me, okay? Salve, savages, salve. We are reacting to a comp of Llama Arts. I love Llama Arts. They become my number one. Well, yeah, I'm saying my number one because I like the stories. I like the plots compared to the other animation. I like it. We reacting to a comp of them. This comp is 52 minutes. We will not react to 52 minutes of this because I will get sleepy. I will fall asleep during this video if I watch all 52 minutes. So we're gonna watch at least 25. 20 to 25 at least. Alright. Shout out to Llama Art. I don't know if please don't copyright strike me. I always show credit because you always gotta show credit, you know, copyright.
Birthday.
And let's get.
I was searching all the typical car websites, cars.com, eBay Motors. They were all overpriced as expected. Craigslist was the only place to find an actual deal.
What the hell is Craigslist? What the hell is Craigslist?
About a week into my search, I found an '03 Toyota Camry. It had...
What the hell is Craigslist? Hold up. Okay, so I found a real Craigslist, y'all. So it's supposed to be like, so this existed before eBay, okay? I've never seen this day in my life. So it's supposed to be an older version of eBay. Or the OG version of eBay. My apologies. You can sell horses? Hold up. You can sell horses? Well, son of a bitch. You got vending machines? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I can buy vending machines? Hold up. I may have bought some vending machines. That may be a good sale. Hold up. Oh, wait. Oh, it says the price right here. Credit reader portal machines are $1,900 each. We have earlier models that will not support card reading. Start at $135. Our combo machines are $3,000. Ooh, $3,000. Ooh, that's expensive.
Accidents, no damage, and good condition for only $3,500. No accidents, no damage, and good condition for only $3,500. This seems like a steal for such a reliable car with such low mileage. The seller lived about 10 miles from me, which was a reasonable drive when looking for a car. I gave him a call to set up a time to come check it out. The man sounded normal on the phone. He assured me that there were absolutely no problems with the car.
Nigga lying through his gold ass teeth. Go back. Go back.
On the phone. He assured me that there were
nigga lying through his gold teeth. Look at that. And a missing teeth.
Absolutely no problems with the car. He introduced himself as Bob.
Bob. Like from Monsters Inc. Not Monsters Inc. Monsters vs. Aliens Bob. You not my Bob, alright? I'm just gonna say it like that. My Bob is from Monsters vs. Aliens. You not my Bob, okay? So
I brought along $3,500 in cash, even though I planned on wiggling down the price as much as possible.
Cash.
I pulled up the dirt road to Bob's property about 15 minutes early. It was a tiny little house with a decent-sized property, only because I was a bit far from the nearest neighbors.
Okay, that's a weird sign.
The garage was open, so I walked over to see if anybody was inside, but except for an unusual amount of car parts, it was empty. The car was nowhere in sight. The only car on the property was an old pickup truck. I went over to the front door to check the house numbers. It was the right address. The doorbell button was missing, so I knocked on the front door.
Police! Police! Open the door. Make sure y'all know that reference. Police!
I knocked for exactly
That is a reference I'm saying, so it's from an animator. So.
5 minutes before deciding to give the man a call. So I dialed his number and I heard the sound of a cell phone ringing from inside the house.
Well, no shit, is it? Well, no shit, it's his house. No shit is gonna be ringing.
I was extremely confused at this
What do you mean confused? It's his house.
point. Now I knew I had the right house. I didn't understand why, if he was home, why he wasn't answering.
I don't know, probably not there or something.
I
Shit.
decided I had to take a peek through one of the windows to see if anybody was inside. Peering through the glass, I couldn't really see much as it was pretty dark inside the house. I saw a very old-fashioned dining room set, but across from that, I saw somebody standing at the back door of the house, staring outside. I figured that must have been Bob, so I knocked on the window, but he didn't even move. There was no gate or anything to the backyard. It was just a wide open yard since this wasn't a rural area. I simply walked around the house to the backyard. I didn't understand how he couldn't hear me. When I got to the back door, I made a shocking realization. The figure standing by the door was a taxidermied human being.
Oh.
I ran straight back the way I came and back to my car. I looked up one last time before driving off. The blinds to the window I had peeked into had been shut, but I could see two of the blinds bent open. Somebody was at that window watching me.
Man, fuck that window. Drive.
You can probably guess I had the gas pedal to the floor the whole way home. The whole situation still makes no sense. All the car parts, the fact that there was no Toyota Camry, the
How's the black market? Now, we already seen what Craigslist looks like. I wouldn't trust that, I'll be honest with you.
taxidermied human being. The fact that there was no car there leads me to believe that whoever that man wasn't planning on selling me anything.
I mean, you don't know that. Well, maybe. Because, I mean, we're no car, but still, we don't know that for sure.
And that also leads to the disturbing thought that I was very close to becoming a lifeless statue staring out that man's back door.
You can taxidermy humans? Can we? Google. No, you cannot taxidermy humans, because Google says, due to unethical and practical confrontations, humans are usually not taxidermy because it is seen as disrespectful, often goes against legal consensual norms. So, no, we cannot taxidermy a person. But it'd be cool to see a taxidermy human, if possible. XXX.
Deep websites. I was in a chat room where
What the hell is Tor?
people normally shared links to deeper websites and weird pictures and videos, commonly illegal pornography.
Okay, so we can't visit that then, obviously.
Some guy
But listen, y'all gonna call me young. I don't know. I didn't even know what Craigslist is. I didn't know what it even was. Okay, what the hell is Tor?
named Vintage Triple X posted a link without describing what it was. I clicked on it and it took me to a black screen where a big video box eventually popped up with a play button.
Did I say big and black?
The video thumbnail was a dark room only lit by a TV screen. Out of curiosity, I clicked play and began to hear the sound of TV static in the background as lines of static slowly swam down the video screen. There was no seek bar on this video.
What the hell is a seek
Then
bar?
I noticed something slowly begin to emerge from behind the wall. It was a figure dressed in all black with some kind of black mask on as well.
How can you see that? He's all black.
I started to suspect it was a jump scare video, and I thought I was right when the figure leaped out and ran to the screen in less than a second. It still got me, even though I was expecting it, but then it got strange. The person had their face in front of the screen, slowly moving around as if he could see me and was observing me. Then I heard a crackly, demonic voice say something. It came from the video. It repeated itself, and I could make the phrase out to be, "Ask me something." I was really confused. I tried typing something, but there was nowhere to enter text. Then he said, "No, not the keyboard. Say something." I felt my heart.
Wait, you can see me?
punched the inside of my chest as he...
Or is he using the camera? I think he may be using the camera. Listen, I got a cover for my camera, so even if you do hack it, you won't be able to see shit. Listen, my camera has a flip. I'm gonna show y'all. My camera has a flip, so even if someone were to hack my camera, I can just... You know what I'm saying? I can just flip the camera. You won't be able to see shit.
He said this. I opened my mouth and mumbled the words, "You can hear me?"
Hell yeah.
It responded with, "Yes."
Oh hell.
I was uncomfortable now. I thought it was a video. I pressed pause, but it didn't do anything. He said, "Don't try to leave. I want to talk." I tried moving the mouse to the exit button, but the mouse was frozen. In fact, none of the keys were responding on my keyboard. There was a long moment of silence before my webcam began flashing as if it were on.
No shit.
And my face popped up on the screen.
No shit. This is what I was saying this entire time. He's probably looking through your webcam.
There, I got a picture of you now. Now just hang on while I get your address, and then we can meet.
Oh shit. Oh hell no.
I started to panic, smashing every key on the keyboard, spazzing the mouse, but it did nothing.
Just close the
I had my
laptop.
finger on the power button, but it also didn't do anything.
Dude, just close the
The
laptop.
computer wouldn't turn off. The voice was saying crazy things like, "You're stuck here. I will find you. Don't even bother." I snatched the screwdriver sitting on my desk, unscrewed the 4 screws on the bottom of my laptop, and took out the battery. The computer finally turned off.
Wait, this shit turn back on.
I was gasping for air as if I just ran a marathon. My
Watch this shit turn back on.
heart was pounding 5 times as fast as it should have. I have since left my laptop off after that, and have resorted to using my desktop as my main computer. I'm sure by now nothing will happen. He definitely didn't have enough time to get my address.
The toy closet. Ooh,
was very
rose
common for me to be
toys. Rose toys. Ooh, STDs. Let me shut up.
Night, as I only lived with my dad, and his shifts would constantly shift from days to nights.
You mean
This happened around the
for sure.
time my dad was doing night shifts. I would stay up really late on these nights watching
Why is the rose? Bro, what's going on? You can't see shit.
movies. It's always taken me a long time to fall asleep, so after turning off the TV to go to sleep, I probably laid there for a good half hour. Then, I heard a toy fall over in my toy closet. It was nothing too suspicious, but it still creeped me out.
Not suspicious. Why your
But
ass
then the
moving?
doorknob to my closet started to wiggle
Oh
until
shit.
finally unlocking the door. I hid under my
You lure? You lure? Who up in there?
covers, not making a sound. It was strangely quiet for a good 2 minutes, so I finally peeked my head out of the covers. There was a figure standing next to my bed, looking down at me. I screamed at the top of my lungs and began hugging the wall behind me.
I'm extremely confused.
You're confused. I'm fucking confused, bro.
Me too.
I just walked away out of the room. I stayed in that position for like an hour before checking if he was really gone. The front
You would have been immediately kidnapped. I'm just gonna say it like that. Why the hell did you? I feel like I think there's a difference between white and black people, bro. I would have ran and jumped out the window and broke both my legs. I would have taken that risk, damn it. See, that's why I think there's a difference between different cultures now. You sitting here hugging the fucking bedroom wall that's gonna help you. Nigga, I'm jumping out that fucking window breaking my both of my fucking legs. I don't know about you.
door was left
Just like I said from the other the girl that trying to escape from the house, from the skinless girl. She should have jumped out that fucking window.
wide open, so it seemed he had left. I didn't get a minute of sleep that night.
Did you close the door?
This story is from the point of view of a 16-year-old girl. I used to have a boy living next door to me that was obsessed with me. His name was Joey. Every
Joey.
time I would go outside, Joey would come outside as well, as if he were watching me through his windows, waiting for me. He was 17 and very weird. and he didn't seem to have any friends, as he was always home. I tried to give every sign possible that I didn't like this guy, but he wouldn't get the message. So I had to finally just
Well, a lot of dudes don't.
tell him one day that I don't like him and to leave me alone. The look on his face that day is something that won't leave me. It was the
Dragon Ball ass look. Don't look at me like that. You ain't finna go Super Saiyan, nigga. Get the fuck out my porch, nigga. Y'all see this? Nigga look at me like he fucking Vegeta. You ain't gonna go Super Saiyan, nigga. Get the fuck out my fucking porch, nigga.
kind
Fuck.
of angry look a toddler gives their parents when they can't have a toy.
Dude think he fucking
Coming
Vegeta.
from
Get
a
the fuck out my porch.
17-year-old, that's much more disturbing. One night, my parents left me to watch
Nigga think he's gonna go Super Saiyan whoop my ass. Nigga, fuck you.
the house. I was working on a school project when I felt my bed shift a
You wearing dress and heels in the bed is crazy.
little bit.
Did she say the bed shifted?
I was working on a school project when I felt my bed shift a little bit. I looked under
Girl, nigga. No, okay, it's the fact that he didn't make a noise, but it's the fact that you move the whole bed while she's on it. My nigga, okay, here's the thing. It's the fact that you moved the entire bed while she's on it. Like, that's a fat ass notice.
I screamed as I saw Joey laying under my bed. I ran away while he tried to crawl out from under my bed. I ran to his house and rang the bell at least 10 times, telling his parents about it when they opened the door. Joey never came out of my house, so I called the police. His parents begged me not to, but I ignored them. The police found him still in my room and arrested him. Apparently, he admitted this wasn't the first time he had hid under my bed.
It ain't the first time. Does he have a secret interest or something?
They also found pictures of me scattered across his room.
Oh my.
The most disturbing one was of me sleeping, and it was taken from inside my room.
Dude, that had to be the scariest thing. Ugh. No, you just suck. You should have been caught. The bed shifted while she was on the bed. You might have fall asleep and you doing your work. Your bed just picks up and shifts a little bit. You be look curious what the fuck going on.
I was typing away on my keyboard when I heard a
Same dude
noise
what's
from
going on?
outside my cubicle. It sounded like just a random
Dude, where are you? God, you in the back rooms? Dude, where are you? Are we in the fucking back rooms or something?
crack from the walls or something. It's unusual in this building, but I didn't get too concerned about it. I resumed typing away and was once again interrupted by a sound. This time, the sound of a computer starting up. It caught me off guard. I was sure nobody else was working the night shift.
I did that little echo.
I stood up on my chair to get a view over the cubicle walls. The glare of a computer screen in the dark was visible in a cubicle on the opposite side of the room. Then I did something stupid.
Can you take these battery out?
Yeah.
Are you watching a horror movie?
No. That was bad.
Thank you.
Close it down.
Something I regret. I asked if there was anybody there in a yell, hoping to get an answer from a fellow employee. But instead, I saw the glaring light of the computer monitor across the room turn off,
There was no little brother that walked in the room. I apologize.
and there was once again nothing but darkness on that side of the room.
P. Diddy.
I started getting nervous. I turned off the lamp and computer screen so that I wouldn't give away my position to whoever
Kinda
that was.
did.
I crouched down and tiptoed out across to a nearby cubicle. There was just utter silence. I sat waiting for something to happen for God knows how long, but I eventually decided the coast was clear. I tiptoed down past all the cubicles until I reached the opening near the exit door to the stairs and elevators, and that's when I realized that my fearful suspicion was true. There was a man crouched down behind a plant in the corner of the room, dressed in all black. I felt my heart sink as I noticed him, but it didn't seem like he knew that I noticed him. I turned back to the stairway door.
Dude, run to the door.
I was going to wait for the elevator and take a chance.
Oh, you gotta wait for... Oh, shit. Oh, this is worse.
I casually opened the door and closed it behind me, proceeding to walk down the stairs. After making it down about 2 flights of stairs, I heard the door above me push open aggressively, followed by manic, echoing footsteps.
Dude, why weren't you running? Fuck all that.
Coming fast down the stairs. I raced down the stairs, running as fast as I could, all while the footsteps above me were getting louder. I finally made it to the first floor, raced through the lobby, and out the front door. Whoever was in there didn't follow me. I immediately called the cops, along with one of my bosses. My boss said no one was scheduled to work except for me.
Man, damn. Hold up. Shit. Trump? Wait a minute. Trump, is that you? Damn. Who was his wife? I forgot. Damn, she got a busty. Hold up. Woo. 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 Ooh, roller coaster. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, apologize.
The cops scanned the place from top to bottom. There was no one in there. I couldn't help them out with any description other than he was wearing all black.
Oh, he was black. Do-do-do-do.
I did continue to do the night shift for about a week after that, with my boss allowing me to lock all possible entrances to the floor, including the elevators. But I still wasn't comfortable with it, so ever since, I've been doing the day shifts. This happened 4 years ago when I was still in high school. I was told to do my last delivery of my shift. I got in my car, which was a 1999 Camry, perfect for delivering pizzas.
Wait a minute, Mario? Mario, what happened?
This happened 4 years ago when I was still in high school. I was told to do...
Mario, what happened? You went from the sewers, from the Princess Peach, from fucking selling pizzas? What happened, Mario? Damn.
My last delivery of my shift. I got in my car, which was a 1999 Camry, perfect for delivering pizzas.
Was it?
I GPSed the address on my phone. I live upstate in the country, so all pizza deliveries were long drives.
Damn.
I remember the sun was starting to set, so it was probably around 7 o'clock. I'd say after a good 15 minutes of driving through the foresty dirt roads, my GPS said I had arrived. It was an old little cottage-like house made almost entirely of wood. It was sitting all by...
Damn. I don't know if there's a swing just in the middle of
itself
nowhere.
In the middle of absolutely nothing but forest. The lawn was completely unkept, as the grass was almost at knee height. I was used to this kind of thing, so I didn't think much of it. I took the pizza to the front door. There was no doorbell.
Pizza, pizza, pizza for the Krusty Krab, for you and me. Yeah.
So I knocked loudly on the door. Within 10
Man, that wasn't a loud lock. Man, that was not a loud lock at all.
There was no doorbell, so I knocked loudly on the door.
That's how you knock. You gotta... Hey, when you knock, you gotta knock like the fucking police.
Within 10 seconds, I heard the sound of footsteps hitting wood on the inside of the house.
Hello.
The footsteps made it to the door and stopped. I started to feel uneasy. I got the feeling that I was being watched. And that's when I noticed there was a peephole in the door. "It's the pizza guy," I called out. I heard a low, harsh-sounding voice on the other side of the door, telling me to bring the pizza out back. I didn't like the idea of going back there. Something didn't seem right.
Oh, I'm not dropping it off bag. You gonna take this pizza right here.
"Are you sure, sir?" I called out. He didn't answer my question.
So no, I'm gonna leave this pizza at your front doorstep. You will come and get it. I'm not going about back. Bye.
The sound of footsteps didn't move away from the door, so I had the feeling he was still watching me. I almost found myself walking back to my car,
I will.
but I decided I didn't want any trouble with my boss. The last time I brought a pizza back, he gave me attitude, so I reluctantly walked through the uncut grass and around the small house to the back. I remember there was a shed and a little patio back there. In the patio, there was a table with 4 chairs surrounding it.
Look at the chicken bone, green as hell.
In one of the chairs facing away from me, I saw the head of somebody sitting in the seat.
Oh, it was an
I
actual
began
head.
walking over and said, "Excuse me," but the person didn't even move an inch. "Excuse me," I said again louder. Then from behind me, I heard, "Psst, over here." I turned around to see a man poking his head out from the corner of the house, looking at me with a crazed smile. "Come over here, I want to show you something." I freaked out, turned around and ran around the house in the opposite direction, back to my car, for some reason still holding the pizza. I got in my car, started...
Oh, you could have just dropped it. Right? Just dropped it and say you, Wait, who the hell is you? Wait, wait. Were you here before? Hold up, were you here before? Was I imagining, or was your ass... No, you weren't. You weren't here before.
Got away from there. On my way back...
You could have just dropped the pizza off. Like I said, drop it at the front door. You will come and get it. I'm not going to go to that backyard.
To the pizzeria, I
Because I don't feel like walking.
pulled over to the side of the road and called the police. Eventually, I was informed that there was no sign of anybody having been in that house for a long time.
He was on that crack.
I quit my delivery job a few days after that. I have no idea what would have happened to me had I gone up to that man.
Me too.
But to this day, I still wish I just turned my head to see who or what was sitting in that patio chair.
Oh. Damn. At least it
It
tastes
was during a
good.
blizzard in Valley Stream. I was getting
Where the hell is Valley
paid
Stream?
$250 to watch some couple's kid while they went away for the weekend. His name was Matthew.
$250. Wait a minute.
This took place on the first night, which was a Friday night. Matthew
Friday night funkin'.
was already supposedly asleep while I was in the living room watching a movie. I got a knock at the door. I looked at the clock. It was close to midnight. There was no way I was opening it. Not even 10 seconds later, I heard the sound of 2 or 3 men angrily banging on the door, telling me to open up. I felt like my heart was about to stop. I took a peek through the blinds, and there was somebody standing right on the other side of the window.
Oh. Oh, we got a hit of chromia. Oh, hell no.
I fell back in fear, and after managing to get back on my feet, I ran to the kitchen phone first thing to call the police. They said because of the weather, it could take a while for...
Girl, she ain't, man. I already know for a fact y'all niggas gonna die. He's gonna die. I'm gonna tell you why. She ain't even taking her job seriously. She's on the phone. She ain't doing her damn job. She gonna let y'all niggas die. I'm gonna be honest.
an officer to get here. I was told to take the child and hide somewhere until an officer arrived. They wanted to keep me on the line, but I wasn't thinking clearly in the heat of the moment and hung up.
Damn.
However, it wasn't until I ran through the living room that I realized the banging had stopped.
Oh shit.
I took a second peek through the living room window. Nobody was there now.
Go get this little boy.
I heard the sound of glass shattering from a few rooms over. My knees started to feel weak as I realized they had just broken the window and were about to climb into the house. I had to run and get Matthew. I couldn't just leave without him. Of course, when I got upstairs, there was no time left to run back downstairs, as I already heard footsteps and laughter coming from downstairs. I covered Matthew's mouth with my hand as I ran with him into his toy closet. A few minutes dragged on to what felt like half an hour as we sat there in the dark closet. Matthew began to squeal as footsteps on the carpet reached
You better shut up for Diddle come and get us all.
the outside of his bedroom door. There was more than one person.
Well, no shit.
They came inside.
They came. Warriors by P. Diddy.
There weren't many places to hide in this room.
This some sad shit.
I was actually reflecting on my whole life, so sure I was gonna die. We heard the sound of a police siren outside, even from in the closet, and then I heard one of the men in the room mutter, "Oh shit." I opened the door back up as I heard at least 3 pairs of footsteps hurriedly rushing down the stairs. They didn't get far, as the police later found their footprints in the backyard, leading to our shed. There were 5 men in total.
5?
And they were all arrested.
Dang, yo, we don't remember kick now. Last one.
This
Anthony.
happened when I was 15 years old.
It was.
My best friend Anthony wanted me to come over for the night since his parents would be gone all weekend. I rode my bike over and put it in his backyard
They about to fuck.
before letting myself in through his back door. We played basically every video game he had, from FIFA all the way to Call of Duty, with popcorn and other junk food spilled out all over the floor.
Man, I better clean that shit up.
As the night progressed, we moved from video games to watching half a movie and getting bored, to doing prank calls at close to 10 o'clock. Anthony made a few calls to places. When it was my turn, I just dialed a few.
Dude. You said it's 10 o'clock? Baby, I'm gonna be honest. If it's a number I don't know, I'm not gonna answer. That's just me.
Random numbers in hopes to get someone at their house.
I won't. I don't
On
want to answer.
say my 4th attempt, I finally reached somebody. A guy with a deep and rough voice picked up.
Yellow. Yellow. Hey, I got this 12-inch dick. Come take it.
Answering with a yeah instead of a hello. Anthony's laughing in the background made me stumble with my words mid-sentence, ultimately cracking up into laughter. I had never done a prank call, so I sucked at it. The guy on the other end was silent. I regained a straight face and tried to continue with the call. It went something like this. Sir, would it be alright if I borrowed one of the wheels from your car? What's your name, kid? My name is Bob. Really? You sure it's not Anthony?
Oh, shit.
It hit me like a brick. I looked up at Anthony, whose face was noticeably full of fear. I hung up the phone, not wanting to be on the line with whoever that was for another second. Anthony, who the hell was that? I asked him.
Close my door.
I don't know, he told me. Does your caller ID info display your name or something?
Well, sorry, I was doing 3 things at the same time. I apologize. Wait a minute, call ID. Hold on.
Anthony, who the hell was that? I asked
Big Papa, nigga.
him. I don't know, he told me. Does your caller ID info display your name or something? No, it shows my dad's name. We hopped on the computer and did some research, trying to figure out how it was possible to get someone's name through their phone number. It didn't make sense how he could get Anthony's name so quickly. He was way too young at the time to be on any of those personal information sharing websites. We ended up asking a question on
He ain't too young for me. Big Papa.
Yahoo Answers, since no one had a similar
Oh, we on Yahoo? Oh, hell no. Shit, we ain't married.
experience. The question turned up no answers. I suggested he call his dad, but he said he wasn't supposed to have anybody over for the weekend, so he didn't want to call.
Well, just say I'm not here, nigga. Fucking slow.
We planned on sleeping in the living room, so we just resumed watching the movie that we hadn't finished from earlier. Right after the phone call had left my mind, me and Anthony looked at each other when we heard his front storm door opening, and then the doorknob to the front door began to turn. It only was able to turn about halfway before the lock restricted it. Anthony turned off the TV, and I went over to the window to see who it was. I spread the blinds open. There was a tall guy standing outside. He noticed the blinds moving and turned to look at me. I practically threw the blinds back into place. Me and Anthony hid in the kitchen, listening for any more noises. We heard the sound of the gate to the backyard opening, as it was right outside the kitchen window. God damn it, I said. I forgot to shut the back door. Anthony urged me to run and shut it. I made it to the hallway leading to his back door and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the back door. I don't think he noticed me, but he was surely looking into the house. He opened the door and stepped inside. I tiptoed to the kitchen and
Big Papa here. I got a nice 1692 dildo standing at 75 feet long. Stop.
motioned for Anthony to follow me upstairs. We made it to his room as quietly as possible, pulling the door shut to avoid making any noise. We crawled under his bed. He had cloth covering the bottom of his bed, so you couldn't see anything under it unless you actually moved the cloth. The doors downstairs all opened, each one getting closer to the stairs.
Oh, Lord.
Thumps finally began up the stairs, and he was right outside the door
I
now.
got the 17
The
foot.
door to the room opened.
Come here, you lungins. Ooh, I'm about to send you to the freak offs. I'm about to send you to the freak offs. I got 7 gallons of baby oils in the back of my SUV.
I could hear Anthony's breathing. It was too loud.
Shut up,
Footsteps
nigga.
moved over to the closet, and then the closet opened. I could hear the coat hangers being slid around as the fabric of the jackets and coats rubbed against each other. Footsteps
Just
moved
like
over
this
to the
dick.
bed and stopped. I felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest.
Get a gun.
Anthony's breathing was too loud.
Nick.
I had to cover his mouth with my hand. Nothing but silence in the room now. We laid still for so long, I almost thought he wasn't even in the room anymore.
Don't jump scare me.
I moved my hand away from Anthony's mouth and whispered in his ear, "You think we can make a run for it?"
He dragged under the bed.
He was about to answer when the most disturbing, memory-haunting scream I'd ever heard filled my ears as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed.
Oh.
I crawled out and saw him struggling with the man. I desperately looked around for anything to use as a weapon.
Screwdriver.
I settled with the screwdriver sitting on his nightstand. I hurried over to the man and drove the screwdriver into his back. He let go of Anthony as he let out a scream of agony, giving us time to get the hell out of the house. Running onto the road would give away our position too easily. It would take too long to make it to his neighbor's house. We dove for the tree line in the woods and took cover behind a bush, watching the house. The back door opened as the man stepped outside, looking around the backyard. He then looked out to the woods. I felt his eyes pass me as he scanned through the tree line. It seemed that it was too dark for him to see us. Then, he turned his head back in our direction.
Oh, shit.
I ducked behind the bush. Joe, he's coming.
Shut up. Damn.
Dude, get up, we gotta run.
Man, shut up, nigga. Cause your fat ass breathing got us. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, you nig. Ooh, you nig. You nig. You nig. Cause your fat ass fucking breathing almost got us killed.
He was right. The man was approaching us fast. How could he have seen us? We ran through the woods with the leaves crunching under us, giving away our position. When Anthony tripped over something, I crouched down with him, hoping we had run far enough.
Nigga better get up.
Not even 20 seconds later, oncoming footsteps
shit.
from the direction we were running from came fast. They slowed down only 2 trees away from us as we lay face down in the leaves. Moments later, the footsteps take off in another direction. We waited until we could no longer hear them and took off back in the direction of the house. While running, over the sound of leaves crushing and my heavy breathing, I could swear I heard leaves crushing from behind us. We made it back to his backyard, into his house, and this time remembering to shut the back door.
No, we will not.
We were now able to call the police. Anthony stayed on the line with them, while I patrolled the back windows, making sure nobody was out there. It was so dark though, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, you
So I
can't
did
see me
something
now,
that
but
seemed
whatever.
stupid today.
It's okay, cause as soon as I turn off this light, y'all can't see shit. But when I do, I'm back.
I turned on his backyard lights, and immediately in the distance, over by the woods, I saw him, standing in front of a big tree.
Big long
He turned
tree.
off back into the woods and disappeared out of sight. That was the last time me or Anthony ever saw him. I would be lying if I told you we heard the occasional knocks at our windows or something cliche. No, that was it. 5 years have passed and nothing has happened. Do I wonder if it was somehow linked to the prank call?
Hell yeah.
Maybe. Does it make sense? Not really. But yeah, this was the story of how me and my still best friend Anthony almost died during a break-in.
Well, no, he almost died. See, y'all confuse me with me. See, no, because his fat ass breathing almost got him. Okay, listen, let me say something. His fat ass breathing got him dragged into the bed. I could have left his ass. I'm be honest. But he a good friend. I would have left his ass. I ain't gonna hold you. Because his fat ass breathing. Alright, that is good. We gonna stop right here. I'm gonna make a part 2 if I can get at least 500 likes on this video. I will pray to you to God, okay? Listen, we trying to get at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's my goal, at least 1,000. Alright, just 1K. Just 1K, at least for the end of the year, alright? I'm stop right here. Anthony, I'm honest with y'all. Anthony should got his ass kidnapped. I ain't gonna. He a good friend. His fat ass breathing got him kidnapped. Cause as you see, let's go back. As you see, his fat ass breathing. What did he say?
My heart was about to explode out of my chest. Anthony's breathing was too loud. I had to cover his mouth with
See? And look what happened.
my ears, as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed.
Should close your fucking mouth. Alright, that's gonna do it for y'all. I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy. If y'all enjoyed this, I said at least 500 likes on this video, I will make a part 2, and Anthony will probably survive. Hopefully. Anyway, deuces. Peace out.